there are some feelings of contradicting emotions, contradicting feelings. Okay, it feels like for this collective right now that's watching this video, it feels like although in your reality everything is, not say everything, but you just want stillness, you just want to be comfortable, but the reality is it's not the time for you to stay at status quo. It's not the time for you to take an extended break. Okay, and I also feel that, okay, this may sound like a slightly tough pill to swallow. Okay, there's a bit of an emphasis on the focus. There's been an overemphasis on seeing the what's positive, trying to see the positive things in life. But what spirit is saying is it's asking you to look at the grays, the gray shades, the 50 shades of gray. Okay, the many shades, uncountable shades of gray color in your life, or the rainbow spectrum, but it's mostly the grays here, because what it's asking you to, because I see that there's a vision of you, be it literally but mostly metaphorically, you are lying, submerged, neck down in the water, serene calm waters, and you're facing upwards, feeling nourished by the sun's rays, by the nature sounds. But it's somehow it feels awkward. This is like an awkward position, and your guides are telling you, trying to kick you, to get you going, into the forest that's around you, into the shadows that's calling out to you. And I see a wolf, a totem wolf there. It's calling out, your tribe is calling out to you, but somehow you are not moving. Okay, you're not really moving. Yeah, and this move starts from within. It's not really that kind of an external move. It needs to start from within. Certain decisions are being highlighted now that you may have, maybe for days, weeks, or even months. You have this decision, a card that has been handed onto your table right now, but you're not making any decision. You're trying not to think about it, but it's now the guidance around you is, or the inner voice, it's getting louder and it's getting hard to ignore. Okay, so let's see the first 3 cards here, what we have here. Okay, yeah, get to know yourself better is what I'm hearing. It's not all bad. Okay, it's not mm, it's not all bad. It's not ugly inside you. It's not that scary or at all. Okay. This is you. You're just sitting there, contemplating, dreaming. There are a lot of dreams, ideas, concepts, hopes, and dreams. But the thing is, what you need is a tiger's eye. What you need is like a red jasper. I'm talking about in terms of crystals. You need forward movement. You need to take action. You need to make a decision. Okay, so this is where this stellium is this this middle card is calling out to you. You need to get on that horse, okay? Get on that high horse to know that you are more than deserving for seeing things in with a more powerful perspective, for seeing acknowledging your personal power in this situation, okay? And there's a lot to uncover, there's a lot to discover and learn in the forest. It's not all bad. Yeah. Okay. Talking circle listening. This is the oracle. I'm sensing that there is like a mentor. A mentor can be any age, okay? A teacher. It's not a literal, teacher in the educational system, but in the earth school, okay? We are in the earth school. There's someone that you are called to talk to, okay? Discuss your fears with this person. It can be your higher self, but I'm sensing that there is a person there. It's either a person or like a spirit guide, Are there any spirit guides that you feel called to? You are now called to go to begin this relationship with this guide, or to go deeper, to grow this relationship that you currently have, okay? These two options. Or there is the teacher in a human form that's asking you to connect with, to speak, to share their perspectives, their wisdom with you, okay? To explore the grace with you. This is what I'm getting. Without judgment, and trust that it doesn't carry the usual charge of that judgment. So even if you feel triggers, right, know that when you connect with this person or this guy, there's no evidence of actual judgment there, but there's a trigger. If you were to approach this person, it's because of all conditions that are asking to be acknowledged, loved, and released and integrated. Okay, that's just what it is. So please do not be afraid of judgment, and just find the teacher out there. Okay, so let's see what else. Okay. There's a sense of like feeling let down many times, like things do not go right where you want it, and that's why you just feel like it's safer to be where you are, even though you are making the effort in moving forward, but your heart seems it's not moving forward, okay? So there is that, like the fight between the heart and the mind, or the heart and your outer actions, So these are the 3 cards here. You can have a closer look. Okay. Something's missing, there's like a missing link there, that you feel that there's something missing in your life. Okay, so what is that that's missing? It's justice. Okay, you want to see life to be fair, and so I kind of get a sense that the grass is greener on the other side, as cliche as that sounds, but it feels like there is the kind of feelings of feeling envious of others. They are scoring in their life, and why am I not there yet? Why am I not as successful as them yet? Will I ever be making the mark that I want to in my life? Okay? Will I ever be able to do what I really want in my life? And the answer is yes. Yes. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles. Yes. Okay. Find counsel. Yeah. I'm not sure why, but I just hear this word, find counsel. To get you out of self-doubt, you know. Create affirmations that are not, you know, those super positive affirmations. If you are using affirmations in your life, I would recommend you to rewrite your affirmations to make it authentic to your current situation instead of affirming for the most positive scenario. But it's important to affirm where you currently are. Include in your affirmations where you currently are, you know, when you write out, and also include where is the next realistic, you know, step that you want to take in your life. And it feels quite career oriented. Yeah, it's more career based. Like, what's the use of being here, or what's the use of advancing, you know? Is there another path for me? Is Yep, I feel the key thing is there another path for me? You have to ask that question properly and get down to the bottom of it, because you're looking at, you know, the old things, the things that have been wasted, you know, fallen, and it's asking you to clear this, the old dreams, or the, not dreams, but the old doubts, and the path is already available to you. You just have to stop looking at what has failed. Okay, there's no true failure. It's just a journey of experimentation, okay, that will lead you to the right path. And if it's the right path, you can feel it, you know. It's either, there are two options here. If you're on the right path, there will be intense resistance to it because you're on the brink of the breakthrough. So that's one. Or there feels that sense of ease and effortlessness. Usually it comes after that resistance, okay, the great resistance. So try to understand like what kind of tensions and resistance you feel in your system, in your body, in your emotions, in your mind, in your thoughts, okay. Is this resistance telling you that there's red flags around you that are telling you you are not meant to stay? You are, you know, you are meant to progress on, you know, in somewhere that is the unknown, or if it's a resistance to the new, okay, a resistance to change, and that you are in a state of holding on to this comfort that is the illusionary path that will eventually dissolve. And yeah, this is a choice you have to make to shift your perspective, and that's what it's saying, okay. Okay. Yeah, so there is that belief system thing. So it's telling you to get clear on what you believe in. You know, I feel like it's very like a sense of being suffocated, you know. And I feel that it could be because of certain authority figures in your life, whether at present or in the past, that somehow you feel like being pushed and pressed and suppressed by them. Okay, so what the cards here are now saying, that you have to face your pain to transcend. Okay, realize what toxic beliefs you have adopted from those authority figures that suppressed you. Be your own authority figure here. Okay, this is a King of Wands. Okay, it's fire, pure passion. It's not to get around those beliefs, it's to really own your shadows, own certain emotions, own essence, to feel into them rather than to judge, you know, how you're feeling, judge about you yourself based on certain beliefs that are no longer valid. Okay, so be your own authority figure. You have to stand strong now. There is, as long as there's this message that pours forth right for you to get out there into the forest, there is always protection available to you. Okay, there's always that fiery protection that's available to you. You know, let your passion lead you. You know, remember your passion that will lead you to. So I'm feeling like it's trying to say that you will never get lost if you explore the grace, you enter into the forest, and your totem wolf will lead you through. Okay, so let's see where this doorway leads to. Yeah, it's asking you to go within yourself. Okay, don't look at the reality around you. So I feel like, you know, there's a lot of outdated things around you, the people, the career, family members, you know, your home, the things that you know, the decors, the setup in your space. You know, I feel like things need to be cleared. Retain what is important to you, but you have to, yeah, discard, you know, what is no longer good for you. Okay, I'm sensing like there's dark. You know, it's your space not being cleaned for an extended period of time. It's time to do that cleaning work now, you know, so that you can be comfortable, to be present with yourself, to be with yourself. You know, you're not running away from yourself. You know, be in touch with your emotions. Okay, in your emotions, you will be able to find your truth. You know, even when there is pain, there's pain is because we resist certain emotions. Okay, there's resistance to certain beliefs, to certain emotions, more on emotions. Okay, so what I'm saying, that there's this technique where you observe the emotions, you embrace it instead of watching it, you know, judging this emotion. That means you are actually outside of this emotion. But what the body is best at doing is to get into the emotions, let it surround you, or let it be free to move wherever it needs to in your body. Let it just observe it first, and ask your inner child what he or she needs and what he or she is trying to tell you from these emotions. And your spirit team is asking you to breathe through the processes. So I'm sensing like you don't really allow yourself to breathe as much, you know, these days, and there's a bit of that shallow breath, you know. So you need to breathe through your belly, breathe through your spine, the base of your spine. So what can I say to make this better? Yeah, as long as you go within you, a lot of these obstacles and resistance will dissolve. Okay, Yeah, and there'll be solutions, you know, when you're in tune with your shadows, in tune with this new self, this new authenticity that's calling out to you. Okay, power totem animal protection. Yes, you are protected, okay, on this potential new path, you know. So as you go within yourself to find out your true desires, you then can be even more certain that certain opportunities that is asking you to make a decision right now is the right choice. Okay, yeah, so connect with your spirit guide, your spirit animal, you know. Connect with a mentor, you know, to guide you through. And it's not like you have to rely on this person, but it's saying that it's showing that there's proof that not everyone is out to get you. Okay, so there are connections that are great, there are connections that show you that actually there are just really good people, pure people out there, and you have to first acknowledge that you are one of them. Okay, so yeah, acknowledge this shadow to enter into your light. Okay, that's what it's saying. So let's see. Five of Wands. This is the overall message for today. Five of Wands. This journey has only just begun. Okay, when you say yes, okay, it's asking you to just say yes. Okay, I will take on this journey to enter the forest, to advance or expand in aspects of my career, of my personal endeavors. Okay, to get that promotion that's needed, or to get to the department that I will actually truly excel and be happy at. Okay, I feel it's very career-oriented reading. So, and you'll meet that supportive group of people. Your guides are already there. You just have to ask, assist me please, support me please, let me help me be attuned with the wisdom, inner wisdom that I have. Okay, so this, when the more you are in touch with your inner grace, you know, your different shades of who you really are, you will get there, you know. Career-wise, you will start to manifest that reality that people around you are supporting you rather than feeling suppressed by them. Okay, so it's really clear. Okay, it's very joyful kind of a community there. You know, it's like the Avatar film when there is this huge tree, and the beings, they are just living in this huge communal kind of a gigantic tree. Okay, so an ending oracle message. Wow. Okay, star people. Universal knowledge. Okay, so let's get a sense of this. Your star roots are starting to show up. It's time to lean more into them. Okay, whatever that means for you. Know that you are a powerful empath as long as you allow yourself to be. It doesn't have to be a curse. It doesn't have to be a curse. Okay, integrate the shadow of the empath, and you will be indestructible. Okay, once the heart field, the heart, electromagnetic heart field that goes beyond just energetic, right? Once it fully activates, you'll be a force to reckon with. Okay, so yeah, something is activating now. Your cosmic lineage, your DNA is asking you to look within to find out more information. Okay, go to a reader, go to a practitioner, a spiritual practitioner, you know, or whatever, right? Not say whatever, but not anyone, of course. I feel like there's one specific person that you can engage with to really help you discover this. Try to explore shadows with you. You're not meant to do it alone. Okay, that's what this whole reading is saying. Explore what you're good at, you know, explore what your soul resonates at. You know, so it's not just shadows, you know, when everything is bad, and you know all the old conditionings of, you know, the ancestors that are meant to suppress you and pull you down, you know, or your childhood traumas. It's not all that. This shadows, this, it just means the unknown. This is where actually the magic lies. That's where you feel alive. Okay, it's asking you to feel truly alive when you tap into your authentic self. Okay, so I really wish you well. Please begin to make that decision for you and for the people that you meet that also eventually love you, and for existing loved ones that appreciate you. From my heart to yours. Okay, sending you great blessings that's already there in the angelic realm. Just say yes to it. Okay, so with this, just please like, comment, and subscribe, to the channel to help me expand. Okay, I'll see you on the next one.